A great idea, great idea. Man, I was going to shave this morning, but I couldn't, Kathleen, because I was blocked in at the diner. Wasn't no weatherman.
Yeah.
Tell them about these big cars.
Well, it was an 18-wheeler that just parked right there where he blocked in about 4 or 5 people. Man, I was going to shave. Hey, weatherman, you're on here. Cousin Charlie, are you on here? What are you doing? Whose page are you on right now?
He fell asleep.
Getting on yours. Just loading.
Cousin Charlie, is there any reason why you wouldn't want to? I want you to be honest. Whenever I ask you to share my stream, what's the first thing that you think?
Sometimes I can't do it.
Oh, you just have to hit share and write post, but you don't have to write anything.
How do we share?
No, sometimes it doesn't show up on my phone to share.
Like right now, I don't see how you share this.
Sometimes it shows up, sometimes it doesn't.
Hey, Cousin Charlie, be honest. What's the first thing you think of when I ask you to share it? Be honest.
What's he gonna say today?
But when are you scared? Are you a little nervous? Your friends might hear something.
They might hear something.
Does that bother you a little bit?
A little bit.
Of course. Jamie Stillman, Candy Henniger, thank y'all for getting on here. It does, doesn't it? It does bother me. So I got to think about that. I got to slow my roll. David S. is on here.
Is your pastor on Facebook?
He is.
One of your friends?
He is.
Is that why he created a secret?
Is he on the other one, Cousin Charlie?
He's on the Charlie Davidson page.
Everybody, it's Friday. Happy Friday. Please like, please comment, please share this stream, Chelsea Thomas. Share out the stream, share the love. I want to give everybody in this on our team a big props, because every single person could have used an excuse of the weather today about not coming in. Guess how many people even mentioned it? Not one person has mentioned the weather. And I really appreciate that, because here's what that tells me. Anytime a distraction can come up, if you're not really, really on board, if you're not really, really motivated, you will allow that one distraction to prevent you from doing something. Do you agree with that? Yeah. That's an easy out. Hey, the weather sucks today. I'm not coming in. Hey, they said it might get bad this afternoon. Do we have to work? And it's usually just the question, just the fact that you asked that question. Yeah. Lisa's driving from 46 miles, and she didn't even say anything. But, I think we're probably only going to work a half day today, because I'm speaking today. Cousin Charlie, I'm going in there. I look like an old gray man, look old.
Here we go.
Does it really? So this morning I was going to shave, but I couldn't, because my day, it's down to the minute. I know exactly what time I'm going to get here. If I would have shaved, I would have gotten here about 8:33, 8:34.
It takes that long to shave?
It probably takes 5 minutes to shave.
Does it?
Yeah, probably. Is that a long time?
It's a little longer.
I mean, it takes me about 30 seconds.
Man, it takes me at least 5 minutes.
Use electrical? No, I use razor.
I use a straight razor. See, I got a straight razor.
Oh, wow, you use that a lot.
No, I don't do that. But hey, today, Weatherman does not know this. Hey, Carrie Ann's here, David McWilliams. I don't know if you're actually
on a plane.
He's on an airplane watching this. Weatherman, hey, this is something. Hey, I'm gonna tell the Weatherman. Hey, he's got an innate ability to know how to make women happy. So this morning I get a text after the gym, and I'm thinking, here's how selfish I am, David Estes. I'm thinking, all right, I got to be at the diner by 7:05. I got to leave at 7:35. 7:35, I call Tim Dutton. I get home. I go through my morning rituals. I'm here by 8:25. I get ready for the morning grind. Brittany Renee said, hey, I'm out of creamer. Can you give me some creamer? The first thing I thought was like, damn, I got to go to Walmart to get her creamer. That's how selfish I am, okay?
Well, I start knocking on doors. Get to know your neighbors.
Well, hey, she asked me to stop to get her some creamer. And I called her, and I'm like, baby, is it okay if I get the creamer from the diner? Just these little... She's like,
this is plain creamer.
It is. So I got to thinking about it, and I saw it. I'm like, man, this is about like the milk I went and got last night. And she's like, no, that's fine. So I get there and I'm leaving, and I look outside, and there's this big truck that's got me blocked. It's an 18-wheeler at the breakfast spot that we go to every single morning, and there's like 4 cars that could not leave. And I was mad. I mean, I'm getting so mad because I'm thinking about my time. And Weatherman said, man, you better not bring her that. You better go get her something nice. That's what he was saying. He's like, hold on. So he went out to his car, and he brought back some fancy creamer. Hazelnut in those little bitty.
Wow.
But that was better. That was better than what I was going to take her. So I guess if she watches this, she will know. I haven't seen her pop on here, but what I'm getting to is I'm rambling. Is I believe men. I'm calling out the men out there. Okay, Austin, I see you're on here. Beth Coleman, how are you doing, friend? I believe men will use an excuse to prevent them from being productive boyfriend, productive husband. Like the weather. The weather is an excuse now to not to have to do anything all weekend.
Yeah.
And this is the one thing I'll give Weatherman credit about. He is very, very passionate about making Shawan fulfilled. He is very, very passionate. He always thinks about what do I need to do to make her happy. So Weatherman, I want you to plan a date night for somebody that is a lazy person like me, and I would love to let the weather be our distraction, baby. We don't need to get out. It's 8 degrees. It's icy out there. The weatherman said it's going to snow. It is an excuse, but let me tell you something. If the excuse is more powerful than the purpose, it ain't really what you want to do anyway. That's very, very cloudy what I'm saying, but here's what I'm saying. When you're really committed to something, if you're fully committed to something, Cynthia Martin, you do not let any distraction become between you and what you're committed to. So give me a date night. If I said, hey, Weatherman, Cousin Charlie, he needs to do something for Linda tonight, tell us something, Weatherman.
You know, there's a couple things you can do. So a lot of people, you don't want to get out and hurt yourself. So if it's ice, if the roads are iced over, we know that's an accident waiting to happen. So that's when you get creative. You go home and you prepare dinner. You watch a movie of her choice. And then you tell everybody to leave you alone for a couple hours. I mean, you light you a candle or two and watch a movie that she likes to watch that you probably don't want to watch. But at the end of the day, you put her first. So, but there's also a great thing called Grubhub. So you don't have to go out to eat. You can have somebody bring it to you, and then you can create date night in your own home. So
what is Grubhub?
Yep.
You know,
I've never heard of it.
Hey.
It's like in-home.
So wait a minute. Let's talk to me. And I do not mind being very vulnerable. I'm very open about how
Okay,
selfish.
so you have a son at the house, as Nicholas, that you can say, hey man, here's $20. If you give me and your mom 2.5 hours time, go up there and play a game, I'm gonna give you $20. Do not come down these stairs. Do not ask for nothing. If you want a drink of water, drink out of the toilet upstairs. Do not come down the stairs. And then you set the mood, and then you do something that's specifically for her. Cook her dinner. It don't matter if you can't cook at all. Mm-hmm. It's the point of you doing it. Mm-hmm. And not only cook, clean it up.
Now, Weatherman, you have a very unique talent at understanding men and women. Mm-hmm. You do know men and women don't think anything alike.
Exactly right.
So for men, like maybe David Estes understands better than I do, but it's very, very hard for me to get outside of my own perception. I'm an only child. So give the guys out there what they need to be thinking about on this weekend, because they're probably not going to do anything for their girlfriend or their wife. Mm-hmm. So what do they need to be thinking? What do they need to be understanding?
Well, you got to think, men and women got different thought processes. So a woman, what she wants to be is loved. She wants to be thought of, where a man wants to be respected. So what a man has to do is step out of his comfort zone and show her love this weekend. Show her things that she wants to do. Do something around the house that you've been putting off. Just like if it was in the summertime, she comes home and you're watering the trees, you'd be surprised what that does.
She's on here now. She's showing up late, by the way, but she's on here.
What I mean is, so tonight is a bad night to go anywhere. I wouldn't advise anybody to go out to a movie and guess what? That's so cliche. A movie and dinner is cliche.
There ain't as much thought.
That's right. What is not is leaving everybody at the house, dimming the lights, finding a good movie that she likes to watch. Hey, you know, always go back to The Notebook. You know, always go back to whatever you want to watch.
That's our movie, Weatherman.
There's certain movies out there that she would really rather watch. Because most time, you know what movie women watch? The ones we want to watch.
Do they?
Yeah.
I like to go home. She don't watch the movies I want to watch.
But for the most part, if y'all go out to a movie, a lot of times it's what you really want to watch.
Well, I will say this. Weatherman is very, very good at keeping his family connected. Monday night, I know it's game night.
Yeah.
Right?
And it's fights.
I mean, so, tonight maybe we need to do game night.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, so what's important is keeping you connected to your person, to your family, to whoever's important to you. So that's the most important thing. So where this came from is a few weeks ago, Brittany said, we haven't had a date night in like a long time. Hey, get your hand down, girl. Get your hand down. This whole show's been about you. You just not got on Reconnect Sunday. Exactly right, Cynthia Martin.
So y'all thinking on your day, you're thinking, shoot, I'm going to take her out to eat, maybe have a drink, then go back to the house.
I probably do not. I probably do not fulfill her like I need to be.
You would think a great day night for you.
Well, man, she's right here, so no.
She's on there. You know what you know?
You want to use it as your idea.
Here's the thing: you just take her instead of taking her dinner, take her clothes shopping. Let her feel pretty. Let her go try some different clothes on, and so it's something that she would want to do. Hey, when she comes out of the dressing room, say, "Damn, woo!"
Cousin Charlie's preacher's on here. Watch your language.
Woo.
Dadgummit.
But there's certain things like that go to Hobby Lobby and enjoy it. My problem is I'll go to Hobby Lobby and I'm pushing that buggy and I'm like, man, I hate Hobby
she's
Lobby.
so mad at me by this. She can just tell by my expression that
that's what you have to change.
The most important thing I think you can do is give her attention. Because so many times we'll go out to eat, and what do? I'm sitting there doing this.
Because you're a narcissist, Charlie. It's okay.
We're in the Davidson bloodline.
We're in a tea-pack at a plate, and all of a sudden I get told, turn straight from the gut off.
But, no, like last night, Brittany had an unbelievable event at her store, at her shop.
I seen that.
I mean, hell, there was that place. Hey, I wouldn't want him to go shopping with me.
You would if he enjoyed it.
But so you could take Nicholas out for 2 or 3 hours.
You're right.
And then
You're exactly right. Show her that you are enjoying doing something she enjoys. You're right. But hey, Vandy, I'm selfish. Not an excuse. I'm just kidding. But I'm getting off track with these comments. But please keep them coming in. Last night, Brittany had an unbelievable success at her store. And what time do I go to bed? Do y'all know what time I go to bed?
8:30.
Exactly. Hey, guess what time she got home last night?
9 something.
It was probably in the 9 area. So I was ready for bed. She wanted to talk.
Of course, she's excited.
So she knows I get up every single morning at
4:50.
4:50. I pet the dog. I do whatever. I read. I do a little bit of that. So what should I have done? I could barely keep my eyes open.
You should have got your head out of your ass and sit there and listen.
He's on here, Cousin Charlie. Charlie.
That's just common sense. I mean, as far as they tell you that, but it's because you would have wanted her if you had a big speaking engagement and it went very well. You would have wanted.
No, you're probably right. So see, last night I let her down. So now I feel like my job is, hey, I can't do anything about that. Now today I need to do something.
And then make it up.
I do. Yeah. I need to do something to make it up for. Right, Key, hey, we got to get Cousin Charlie in our group. Come on, Charlie. We need you in that group because if we bring you in, if we can bring Weatherman in, it makes our little group stronger. She likes to have a me day, correct? Well, she deserves a me day. And if it were up to me, I would give every single day that I couldn't give myself a me day to her. But I'm selfish. I'm such a narcissist. I'm just kidding. I really feel like I do go above and beyond for the most part to make her day. But Weatherman, you're exactly right. The weather is going to suck, but do not allow that to be an excuse to not connect to your significant other this weekend. Tonight, Cousin Charlie, what would you like to add? Because you ain't said nothing. Keep in mind your preacher could be watching. Watch the language.
Thank you for the reminder. I think one of the most important things you can do is just spend time together. Just you two, like I say, TV, a movie, maybe even just a quiet dinner, 15, 20 minutes. Because in our lives, we're so busy with so much stuff going on. Sometimes we're eating dinner and we're really not even paying attention to each other between kids, activities, phones ringing. It's just time together. Mm-hmm. I think that's one of the most important things.
That paying attention to each other is crucial.
Yeah.
One of my favorite things that me and Brittany do is I love to sit and have very, very serious conversations about, Brittany, we got to go do this. But I love talking to Brittany. I love the fact that we communicate. But one of my favorite things that we do is when we go to the alley on Main, we might have a drink, and we might just sit and we're just talking about the moment. We're not talking about what we're going to do. We're just enjoying each other. Now, that's very hard for me to do because I really like to think ahead. I'm constantly thinking like that. But whenever we're both just relaxed and we just talk and we just kind of exist in each other's company and we stay connected, it's hard to do. But you know what? You need to force yourself to do this.
Yeah.
You need to so Weatherman, how often, hey, Shawan ain't on Facebook, so she won't know this. How often do you want to do game night?
I enjoy it. When I raised my kids, I was a very disciplinarian and I wasn't a fun dad. So now that my kids are grown, I actually look forward to it because I like whipping their tails. I don't like to lose. I did flip a Monopoly board over. I got mad, so we don't play Monopoly anymore. But hey, now I'm on a bowling league with my son, so I'm at a different level in my life that I don't have to be the dad anymore. I can actually be that guy that enjoys it. So I do enjoy game night. Now, what's real fun is they all want to beat me. So that's what makes it fun. So they will gang up on me, which what that does, it brings us closer. And tonight we're having chili. We're cooking chili because the weather's going to be bad. Then we probably will do a game night
so
tonight.
The weathers are just going to pile up in that living room and just
and we all live on a little compound together.
Yeah.
So, but, one of the things that men can do and that I need to do is like tonight when I'm I need to take my phone and put it in my bedroom. And just check out for a couple hours.
That would, for me, that'd be like removing my pacemaker.
But yeah, I know it would be.
Hey, where's my phone? Where's my phone? Hey.
Yeah.
No, you're exactly right. But that's what I actually do. Believe it or not, if I go out, I really like it if I just leave my phone at home. Now she can't do it because of Nicholas. But the reason why I like to do it is because it forces me to be present.
Yeah.
I have nothing else to do other than to be present.
It's not quantity of time, it's quality of time.
Cousin Charlie, profound, very profound.
In the book of Romans.
How long have we been going, kids?
I think that's one of the differences between men and women.
16 minutes.
16. Cynthia Martin, my buddy. That's so true. Put the phone away. Be present when you are present. Cynthia had this great concept, and Michael Burt stole her concept. One night, they were out to dinner. It was Ronnie, it was Cynthia, it was Michael, it was Natalie, and they were eating. And Ronnie is a very, very driven guy. I mean, he becomes obsessed with his work, and Cynthia was sharing the story, and she's like, by the time he comes home, we get the crumbs. So now Bert has taken crumbs.
Yeah.
Brittany Renee misunderstood it, and she calls it breadcrumbs. But I'm like, baby, it's just crumbs, okay? It's not breadcrumbs. So, hey, men out there, do not allow the weather. I tricked y'all with that title. What we got on there today. Do not allow something as small as the weather, breadcrumbs. Do not let don't let the weather be a distraction, because really it ain't a good enough excuse.
You ought to take Brittany Renee out to the Parthenon for lunch today.
11:30.
11:30.
Well, really, what I think I would like to do is I like the idea when she gets home, I may go get her some wine, I may go get her something, and I like the idea of having a board game. I like that.
It really is fun.
I would really like to play Monopoly. If anybody wants to come over. Cousin Charlie, would you mind leaving your family? We need a fourth. Would you mind come over and be our fourth? Leave your family so you can help us. But tonight, maybe we can bring somebody over. We can have Sunday. We got something going on at our house.
And that's very good for the family. That's good for both of y'all.
Okay, this morning I tricked her. This is the last thing I'm going to say, because I'm a big believer now. See, you got A, where you are, and B, where you want to get to. And if this B, how strong is this? How important is it for you to get from A to B, that goal? And distractions cannot interfere with from here to here. So this morning, Brittany was saying, nobody's going to come to the shop this morning. The weather's bad. It's going to be bad. I tricked her. I said, well, hey, why don't you just not open today? And she was just kind of looking at me like, Brittany Renee was not going to allow this weather to become a distraction. It ain't big enough of a distraction. But you know what? Pay attention. Become aware of how many people will allow this weather to be their opt-out clause. Think about that. I can go home and be a terrible boyfriend or husband because the weather's bad. Hey, we ain't going to do this. The weather's bad. Man, you got to live through this stuff. Does anybody have anything they would like to add to this weather? man, cousin Charlie, Kathleen.
Well, I used it as motivation to get up this morning and get the run on.
Oh.
Instead of doing
I
it
see
Saturday.
Kathleen. Now, every morning I pull out about 5:36, 5:37, and I see that Christmas tree running. It's Kathleen. She's all lit up.
You ever honk at her?
Oh, yeah. This morning I swerved at her.
But so, yeah, I was afraid.
Hey,
it was gonna be
where you
awful.
going, Bill Shaw? My man, where you heading? Hey, you going to New England? Where you going? Wish you luck,
Yeah,
buddy.
good luck.
Are you just going to Nashville, or are you going somewhere up there? But I do think, has anybody heard the weather forecast? Is it going to get...
Moving in earlier.
I thought that.
Say it's starting to ice in Nashville. It's a little
Horseshoe.
stuff on the road.
Gambling. You taking a hand with you, Bill?
What do you say?
I don't know. I'm a narcissist. He said it was coming in early, then he started mumbling. I don't even know what he started saying. So.
Yeah.
Oh, all right, guys. Hey, everybody, have a great week. Now, Bill, hey, he is very connected to his wife. He does a great job. You see them together.
And I don't do nowhere near what I should. That's the problem.
No, but when I'm looking at you, I'm like, damn, Weatherman, you're making me look bad. One night we went out with him, and Brittany was like, he treats her like she's a queen.
Yeah, I wouldn't
You
go
don't
out
even
there.
acknowledge me.
And she is my queen. And every wife ought to
But
be
you
there.
know, here's what I find. The more you connect, the more you want to do it. It's whenever you start slipping away, you're like, man, it was more fun for me to go over here and hang out with these. Whenever you connect to each other, it really makes it to where you want to do things together. All right, everybody. Hey, have a great day. Have a great weekend. And, hey, tell yourself this. If I use the weather as my opt-out clause, it wasn't that important to me anyway. Everybody have a great day, a great weekend. We'll see you Monday.